Well, greetings, hello, and welcome back again. Number 26 coming your way, Imperial Jedi. Who else would it be, I wonder? A beautiful city. Well, how we doing? Good to have you with us today. All right, well, let's just jump in. We have so much to do. There's like 75 literal projects on the go here. And I've just been staring at traffic, and I'm very tempted to start with a little bit of traffic, but at the same time, too, I kind of want to make a bit more traffic so we can kind of see, like, what really needs to be fixed and not, right? So if we could maybe do a little bit of, like, zoning and services in the small town, and then if we could start kind of, like, meandering inward. And I had this crazy thought, if, like, the stars align and I'm feeling it and I'm starting to already, why don't we maybe try an airport, eh? Mondo! Welcome in, dude. Perfect, Tim, and how we doing? Yeah, like an airport, but like where and how and oh my god, right? But something to think about, I guess, eh? But I will meet you guys in the small town right now. Let's get some zoning done. And of course, it's a new stream, which means we have a slew of new workshop content downloaded for no real reason. I literally knew that was going to happen too, eh? No rhyme or reason. So much workshop content. Oh no, everything is crooked. I love it though, eh? We've been playing so much cities the last few weeks. It's just like, I don't know how to describe it. I'm having so much fun with it again right now. Ugh, the game. I say all these nice things about the game, and it just does this to me, you know? Oh my god. Whoever in their right mind would ever think that's the way that this game, you know? Like, come on. All right, try again here, eh? So, one time, remember. Constant slope, thank you. Probably will help with that. MTT! Oh my, he's got on YouTube. I do YouTube on Tuesdays and Fridays. But I've missed a couple days here and there, so forgiveness. But just trying to stir the YouTube pot again. Mountain Case, I believe. Mountain Case himself, it is. Yes, dude. Yes, dude. I thought so, eh? Well, welcome in. Hope today's treating you well. Listen, if you're a Jedi, how come you never use the power of the Force? Well, one, it's not supposed to be abused. The Force is a tool, you know what I mean? It just kind of runs. Like, the Force just is. It runs alongside us. Great question, though. Maybe I slept through that class, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I've used this asset pack elsewhere, but I think this makes like a cute little neighborhood. So why don't we chuck a parking lot in with this? I should watch the live streams on my work computer. It's calmer than on YouTube as well. Like wow. It's more calm here on YouTube than it is on Twitch. Less, like, distractions and chaos. But I get very distracted anyway, so I don't know. You know what I mean? Okay, now why are you... And if you can imagine, there's 26. Well, this is the 26th one now. William! What up, dude? Very strong name. Good name. Very Celtic. I like it. William Wallace. John Mary Stu. What up, man? Popping in briefly to say hello. Well, hello to you. Hope you have a good day. And happy Friday and lovely pleasantries. Imperial distractions exist in all streams. Possibly. I can neither confirm nor deny. No, it's not as... Pardon me, my poor voice, eh? The wildfires are letting up, as you know, Mountain Case, but my poor voice has been wrecked. Oh, that's kind of cool, actually. Oh, it needs, this is car park. Oh, I did that wrong. I understand. Anyway, I can't get a sentence out, but this is the 26th episode of our ongoing live stream series over here on YouTube. We're thinking of this as like planting a forest for the long haul. Doesn't grow overnight, so hopefully we find some new friends over the course of us making this. And it feels like we're past the halfway point, but I actually don't know when this is going to end as a series, in air quotes, but we build till we're done, then we start a new city after that, I believe, eh? And we're at the crossroads as well with our little stream here, where we want to add maybe like another game. And I really do feel like the method to the madness is like having pre-recorded YouTube content to help kind of grow the ecosystem. So there should be some like pre-recorded content coming soon. The YouTube is just a fun place, and I just neglected it for too long, and I'm a bad boy, you know? And then, as always, if you guys have questions or anything, you let me know. Otherwise, it's kind of like a live-action YouTube. It's really good to have you, but I might ignore you for parts of it. You might ignore me, you know what I mean? Works out very well. All right. New neighborhood. Very cute. I almost like don't want a road in here, though, but I feel like I need to have that for the width of it, though. Anyway, so you guys just coming in, eh? We were just saying I might, if the mood swings correctly, which I feel like we have to now, because I keep talking about it. Airport. Do we build an airport? City builder's job is never done. No, it is not. Which is a crazy thought, eh? Well, I feel like in City Skylines, your RAM will tell you when you're done. Like, you might want to keep going, but your computer's like, no. Oh, no. We've hit the wall. And you're like, really? Yeah. You gotta walk over, you know, it's like, sorry, my computer says I have to go home now, guys. A little bit of traffic. I've seen worse. I've done worse. Let that settle, but I think my goal right here is for like transitional growth, so it's not just houses to like suddenly the city. We need a little bit more, kind of like a medium-sized building in here. And then this could also be like a cute little community park area, just because of the school here. And yeah, it's like every day, it's like 5 or 10 new custom assets, and it's like, did you need these? I don't know. Can you live without them? I can't. All right, what do we got for sports over here? We got our football. But we don't have American football yet. I feel like I can only make the joke so often, CT, but they are literally still building Rome, you know? What a crazy thought, too, you know? I literally have no idea, like, what the timelines of any of this stuff is, but the last I heard is they're building a new metro. And it just takes eons, because they tunnel for, like, 10 feet and then find a brand new archaeological site of, like, ancient Roman, you know, ruins. And it's like, all right, well, building's on hold for a bit there, guys. I think we put a hockey rink. Yeah, we have that indoor rink over there, which is cute. That's kind of cute too, actually, the plaza behind the school. But an outdoor rink, just to kind of see some sports ball, you know? I mean, it's 12 Celsius. I'm not exactly believing that this is ice right now, but it very well could be like roller hockey on the off season. And then I probably have mentioned this before. I feel like I'm just like an ongoing, you know, replay track of just stats and facts and random stories, right? But in Sharana, where I grew up, the parks near me, the hockey rinks there, eh, bud? Oh my goodness, the hockey rinks. Oh my heaven, just shut it down. The hockey rinks in the summertime are used as tennis courts. They put a net in the middle. And then they freeze them. So multi-purpose, eh? Izili! No way! Izili on YouTube! Oh, hey. Listen, just building a house these days is a pile of paperwork. Yeah, all those, like, safety, you know. Plumbing, electricity, you know. Ugh. Yeah, right. Gone are the days of the pioneers running to the woods to build themselves a log cabin. But Jedi, are you okay today? Yeah, I'm fine. Is it that obvious? You're like, oh my god. I don't know, it's Friday, I'm in a fun mood. You know what I mean? In this game, we've been playing it like literally all week, all day, every day on Twitch. And it's not like I'm any better, which is the funniest part, but I'm having so much more fun than I was, say, like last week even. And last week we were having so much fun playing this game, so I can't understand it. Kevin Sharp! No way, what up, dude? I'm so far behind on these videos. Oh, like, literally, feel free to get caught up. Feel free to hang out. I'm not doing them, like, to be too long, so they're kind of, like, there as a fun discovery. You're like, yo, I've got, like, a bazillion hours to catch up on. This officially is episode 26, though. I don't want to, like, spoil too much, but we have, like, a whole city now, eh? There's been some ups, some downs, some traffic saving, some flooding, some projects. Stardew Valley! You know, Panda and I have a playthrough of that. That's on mega hold. On our first winter. Steven! Hello, welcome in. Yeah, the city is just a big one. It's cool. We got ports, we got stadiums, we got bridges, we got Skyline. Our hydro plants, we have a golf course. The thing, though, which is so, you know, like on brand for us here. No way, Steven! Channel membership! Hell yeah, dude. You know what I'm going to say. It may or may not trigger an alert. I'm thankful regardless. It's above and beyond. Thanks, man. Kevin, I feel like we're maybe at the halfway point. Like, the city definitely has, like, so many ongoing projects that I need to start, like, trying to finish. I just get so excited to start something new, and I just, like, jump around. But very, very fun city. But I see this going at least 40 episodes. And then when it's done, we'll just start another city. And then at some point, we'll add another game for the sake of rotation, and then just get back into pre-recorded content. It feels like a, you know, it feels doable. It's just like a long... There it is! I thought this one was knocking on the door for a second. I was like, hello? Heck yeah, dude. If you can imagine, the power of the internet allows this to happen in almost real-time. CT! Yo! Hell yeah, dude! Fist bump, baby. That is extremely helpful, dude. Well above and beyond, guys. Heck yes. Thank you very much for that. And that was a bit more of a timely, you know, alert. I like that. It's funny. The alerts, again, broken record. The alerts I set up like 75 years ago. No idea what I was doing back then. Got to adjust them. Never remembered to. Nah, CT, you put up with me, and I really appreciate that, dude. Just showing up is you know, more than enough, and this is like, I really appreciate it. And Kev, I hope all is well with you, dude. All right, so I'm gonna keep the housing like going. This is the 1900s like Midwest set. It is so perfect for the Americana, like North American Canadiana style that we got going. And I'm going to kind of sprinkle a little bit of these, the Nederlanden. Yeah, these ones here. Medium density Netherlands. Absolutely love that pairing. That's what we've been using, like, pretty much throughout the city. And if we can get, like, a really good, like, wall-to-wall zone coverage, it looks so good with the medium there. MJ Haas, not bad. Like, the wildfires are finally, like, you know, the smoke is starting to clear. We have another nice windy day today. But my poor voice, though, I feel like I need, like, a rest. Sound like puberty has hit me hard. Then I always, like, sound terrible in the morning. I'm an old man now, you know. Gotta talk for a bit to warm up the old vocal track. And how we doing? Happy Friday? Yeah, it's like it literally is like we're filming a movie and we've left Mexico and gone back to America. You know how it's like the sepia tone? The sepia tone is like way turned down today. Yeah, see, if this like gets in air quotes done correctly, this will look so cool as like a wall-to-wall block like that. And then, yeah, I think the idea of keeping, like, the park stuff alive is kind of fun here. We're doing some sports stuff via the schools. And then via kind of like everyone can play along too. And we've got outdoor hockey, which could also be roller hockey in the summer. And we have some baseball there. We got our hockey arena, the indoor one. I feel like these guys here for the elementary school need like a running track or something. So I might move this parking lot to go for the skating rink. I like skating. Go figure. What's crazy though is like, as a kid, I would just do more roller hockey than ice hockey. You had to pay for like rink time, and when you're a broke kid, you're not paying for rink time, right? So all of you just go to the park or like take over a street, you know? That's weird. I feel like I'm not like, living up my true Canadian roots. They'd be like, wait a minute, you didn't play ice hockey? I'm like, no, I just played like ball hockey, bro. Man, this guy's a phony. Like, no, wait a minute. No. Playgrounds, where I spent most of my days. Oh. Sounds like a song. I don't really know the words well enough to like sing it for you right now, nor will I, because you're probably like, please, oh God, please don't. But when I was younger, I did have to know all the words to the Fresh Prince, because my human name is very similar to that. People would see my human name and be like, oh, yo, Fresh Prince, Big Will, sing the song. I'm like, you got it. I just basically need like the running track that goes with the other high school asset. I need that as like a standalone ploppable. That'd be so handy. I guess we could put like the little sports thing here, like the basketball. I get the same reaction as Minnesotan. Am I saying that correctly? Is it Minnesota? Yeah, Minnesotan, yeah. For soccer. Never enjoyed hockey, and I get the same amount of shock. I love soccer. My dad was like my soccer coach. And there was like a girl on the team that I was kind of like, hey, how you doing? Didn't work, obviously. But I was like, oh, I'm really interested in like soccer all of a sudden. And then my dad was my coach, but then I discovered baseball, and baseball was my absolute, and still is, my favorite sport to play. Basketball is cool too, but... And then technically, which is a, like, not very well-known fact about Canadians, but our national sport is actually lacrosse, which is kind of crazy. Ah, man. This doesn't quite fit, eh? I'm having, like, writer's block almost with this. I don't want to like funk with the symmetry of that little like cute like road going around this, but I just feel like this is maybe not the right asset for it. I think that maybe wants to be like in front of the school, and then behind can be the playground. And that like would tie into that, especially if we overlapped a pedestrian pathway here. All that should connect. That roller derby game would be cool to play on PC. My God, would it ever? There was a hot minute where like everything was roller derby, like movies. What have you done here? Well. Okay, 1 second here. Pumping the brakes. Move that. Destroy this. Move this over. Perfect. Okay, so that goes back to the corner post where it was. It's asking for a road around it, which is not a hard thing to do. And then I didn't play much lacrosse when I was a kid. But I remember lacrosse like being just like hardcore when we would play it at school. And you obviously weren't like allowed to, but everyone would slash each other's hands when the coach wasn't looking. Kids are like angry and dumb, you know what I mean? Yeah, we had at my school we had like great sports department, but we had like I don't know what it was officially called, but it was like a month-long event. We would play like it was probably longer than a month, but we would play different sports from around the world. So we'd play like Aussie rules football. We'd play like, you know, field hockey. So I grew up on all the sports, and then I became a gamer. The outside world is scary and bright. Okay, so car access. But why are you giving me such a headache still, though? I'm gonna just kind of like let this thing be stubborn, but if it's happy right here, why the heck not, eh? And then let's get the plaza. It's a hard word to find. But go ahead, use your thoughts. Plaza goes back in. And then we can give these guys a little support something building here with a community feel.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. Radar readings indicate a tornado is
A
approaching.
tornado! Of course, perfect. The first of the stream. Great. Dom, if you're lurking. Yeah, I think I like that more for the sake of the school. And then Sunken Plaza. Also, Minnesota, like honorary Canadian. Strong winter game. Strong flannel game. Lover of outdoor activities, you know? Oh, you know what I don't use too often is this road here that has the parking built into it. For like, you know, our downtown is kind of a fun idea. Okay. Quite a change to the block layout and everything here, but I think this now works. Gives me better visual feng shui as well. And just a little bit of traffic help through here. Cool. And let's continue with at least like one more plaza or park or something. Oh yeah, these cute things, right. Yeah, so like that with a parking lot would look kind of nice. So Ice Flake yesterday, I don't know if you guys saw, they put out another word of the week or whatever. But they're officially celebrating 6 months now with Paradox for Skylines support. It's cute and dorky. They don't really have much for, like, you know, what's coming next, air quotes, but kind of like, you know, outline all the things they did. And I was like, oh yeah, you did do that. That's cool. Yeah, I can't believe 6 months has gone by, though. And it's been like the TSN turning point, like No Man's Sky pivot for the game. Oh, my favorite song ever. Probably got to get some more music at some point. Listen to the same, like, 2 soundtracks every single stream, but I love them. We can pretend that that connects. That is nice. And that could use a bit more trees. And yeah, I'm still trying to think, like, if we were to do the, like, airport, does it go on an island? Does it go on the outskirts? Is it front row and center? Why don't we have the ability to draw our own custom runways? So many questions right now, you know? I think what we could do is, if nothing else, we can start the plopping and get like maybe a spot in mind. I feel like the airport's going to be like a multi-prong attack that involves like transit, parking, like a vibe check, trains, you know what I mean? Multiple forms of transit. I think we had like maybe the third stream in. Yang was suggesting an airport for us, and I was like, oh, that's a great idea. Let's get that, you know? Sure. And then 10 years later, here we are. Okay, that looks good, but I feel like it might be a bit busy feeling relative to everything else. So it's either we build up the rest, or we maybe scale down like a smidgen of this to put like a park or something. Mamadas, hey, what's going on, man? Well, evening, morning from the sunny south coast of the UK. Let's go. No, Brighton's not really south. It's kind of like southwest, eh? You told me before I want to say maybe. I have not been in a couple summers, but I love me the UK. It's funny, I always have, like, such warm thoughts about, like, you know, England and all that, and then I watch, like, you know, Braveheart or, like, you know, anything history book related. It's like, with, like, Scottish background. It's like, I'm sorry, what have the English done for us lately? It's like, oh my goodness, you know? All right, let's try building this up before we scale it down. If it feels like it's too much, then we'll give up, but our small town may not end up being small for, like, ever. This might be a medium-sized kind of feel in town. Like, in real life, it'd be like a sub, you know, sub 100K for sure, but maybe like 35 to 50K in, like, real life population numbers. Also, if Azili, if you're still lurking, do you have interest in YouTube streams? Azili is old school, y'all, if you don't know her. City's one era. Oh, I love that. A low rent. These are so, like, I think perfect for this location, eh? Just the little tiny apartments. Very Americana. Look at that one go. Yeah, that's cute. Probably get some detailing in with that. Brighton is directly south of London and north of Dieppe. Really? South? I thought, Babadas, my geography is terrible. I thought for some reason it was like southwest, eh? Like near, not really near Swindon, because Swindon's not really like coast, but like in that direction though, eh? The one thing I'm always shocked at is like relative size and space, like the UK relative to Canada, right? And when people are like, I'm not going to drive 2 hours, you know, I mean, that's crazy. Whereas in Canada, it's, 2-hour drive, that's not too bad. We're like, what? You know? Ooh, very nice, very modern. I like that. Yeah, no, we got to scale this back, dude. It's too much. It's too much. I think what we need to do is this one's got to go for that block. And then I think one little bit of that goes. And then we feel a bit better about that now. Like Vancouver Island, I believe is like, I want to say around 1/4 of the size of the UK. Somewhere about that. Probably so wrong. Oh, yes. I downloaded this for our downtown island. I remembered finally. Yeah, it's an hour from the city of Westminster, where Buckingham Palace is. Beautiful spot right there. Love walking around that. Yeah, for TwitchCon EU, we started in London and then took the train to Rotterdam and to stop everywhere we could on the way. Tremendous. And And if you did not know, I do have, like, on my mom's side, going back to, like, the beginning is Scottish Highlanders, which is cool. My grandma came to Canada to give birth to my mom, so she would have, like, the dually. But she grew up in Scotland, pretty much. And then came to Canada when she was, like, I don't know, like 10 or something. Otherwise, like, on my mom's side, I'm kind of, like, the first of our, you know? First of our people here. And I very much embrace, like, the Canadiana. But I feel like, especially, like, I don't know, lately. Feeling very much like the Celtic roots again, I don't know. All of it gives you pride, you know? The origin story of your people. And sometimes it's just crazy, too, to think about, like, what your ancestors, your genealogical, you know, lineage went through to get you to this very moment right now so you can sit and meme in front of a PC, you know what I mean? Or on your phone or whatever. Crazy. Like, how many saber-tooth tigers did you know? My goodness gracious me. You have second cousins in Sharana. No way. You know, a lot of people from the UK post-war, like during that era, like migrated over. And then Canada, like extreme Commonwealth vibes. But if you're from like the UK, you'd fit in beautifully here. And there's enough Canadians to like understand that if you say like chips, you might mean like not, you know, not crisps or whatever, right? Yeah, see, that's cute and better, eh? More open, I like that. I like that pathway going down too, actually, it's nice. And then what do you get in here, my friend? I must need to download like more of these kind of like plazas. That's cute. That's cute too, actually, as an idea. My aunt met Canadian during World War II. Literally, tale as old as time, dude. I wish it was a little bit easier for, you know, travel and work in between the two places. The EU kind of makes it a bit challenging, but now that Brexit, you know what I'm saying? We could form our own little, right? No, actually, all jokes aside, if you do have, like, ancestry that comes from the UK, it's pretty simple in the grand scheme to, like, apply for, the ability to like work and all that, you know? Yeah, I need just like a 2 by something in here, plaza. Okay, well, hybrid, make it ourselves. I love it. Move it mod for the win. Even though Cuboid, like, just works officially on, like, you know, Move It Mod 1, Move It Mod Cuboid till the end of time, you know? I think I've unfortunately lost that. That might come back, but nope. I pressed my luck, it looks like. Bobanos, thanks, man. I'm like really happy at how this is progressing. I have a few too many pockets that are still kind of open. I'm hoping for like more like completionism feeling out of the city. There we go. But I've just been playing like non-stop last week or two on Twitch, and it's just like reigniting insanely my addiction for this game. Not that I have not, you know. David is not Red Dead, and is not Red Dead. Quite a different experience, eh? Yeah, our little like small town is cute, but the city as a whole is getting kind of big now, eh? And then just some random stuff, right? Like traffic's getting a little bit kooky in and around the port area. Before the stream started, I did meander some of the one-way roads around. I think I've made a bit of an oopsie again with how the traffic's getting delivered, but this is a bottleneck for us, unfortunately. And I have people that are doing this. See how they're breaking the rules? Like, this guy just cut the entirety of that line. So, bro. But I don't want to be like super bogged down and fix that right now, but there could be like, I keep saying it, but there could be an episode where we just do detailing and fixing. The downtown, I love it, dude. It's so fire. I just need more custom content to kind of fill some of these tall gaps. And then just like, yeah, literally like beefing up the missing pieces here. I think one of the nicest views is like the stadium right in there. That's so cool. The shadow as well. Very like Sharana inspired too. What's the population up to? MSG, what up? In 180,000 now, eh? That's cool. She's moving. And I don't know. I don't feel like my computer is starting to like struggle yet. I have moments when we're on 3 speed where I'm like, oh, I don't know. But I think for the moment, the optimization, like we're still rolling. There's still room for growth. I don't think my PC is ready to like call it quits yet, which is cool. And in my mind, it feels like we've maybe crossed the halfway point, but we probably have like around 40 episodes, I think, worth of content out of this series at least. Which is cool AF, eh? I'm gonna see if I can save that one building before it disappears. There we go. Not too shabby for like partially zoned, partially flopped. Yeah, stadium's cool. It's from Los Angeles. Big open air. Nice. I love baseball too, so nice to see that. Yeah, see, like this could be in theory like the tallest building in our small town. As long as that doesn't feel like it's... Yeah, that does not feel out of place there, eh? Like a modern small town that distinctly feels separate from that big city, but, you know, you could argue it's all part of the same, like, greater, you know, greater New Lakewood area. The GNLA. Hi, where do you live? Well, I live in the GNLA. Oh, what part? Well, I live in Oak Ridge. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, near the stadium. Yeah. You know where like that one tall tower is? Oh, I know that one. Yeah. Huh. And it's a bank. Davis, is this the bank? This is Luxury Towers. What do you mean? Davis, hello, welcome in. So what if you live in a bank? I've seen them converted. You can live inside the vault. It's kind of cool, actually. All right, zone me a little bit more medium to make this feel better, and then maybe detail a pinch of this, and then I feel like just like a simple bus or something to get around the city would be nice, and then holy heck, eh? Like, I don't remember. Did we do the train? I think we did a train that brings you here. Oh, no, we haven't done that yet. Maybe do this now. Yo, fire a train into the downtown, basically, eh? Davis, how was your day? Good to see you. Yeah, it's a shame we can't, like... We can get to here, do you know what I'm saying? But it's a shame that we, like... don't have a way in from this side. But I don't think we need one. I'd like to go downtown and then maybe have another train that takes us to here just to get some action. But we need Terminus Downtown Station. There we go. Davis, not bad today. The, oh, interesting. I don't have a, oh. The wildfire smoke clearing a bit today, so I'm feeling a bit better, but I feel like my voice needs a bit of a rest, you know? Yeah, the grand scheme, though, not too bad today. I feel like I'm light on stuff to complain about. Which is, you know, that's always a good thing, right? The crazy, insane overhead downtown rail network continues to be crazy. Oh my heaven. I think I like the layers of all the city like the most right now. There's some really cool ideas too. And we started gung-ho with a lot of like really nifty projects, then got a little bit soft, I think, and just kind of like, you know, yabbered on a bit too much, but I'm proud of what we got here. We may have been able to do this faster and more efficiently if we had focused, but I'm not sure if that's like the point though. Oh yeah, no complaining, it's Friday. Oh yeah, it is Friday. I feel like sometimes, I don't know, the days of the week just, they hit differently when you're a creator, you know? And then sometimes you just feel productive at a, you know, in air quotes, work day, right? You schedule that in, right? Oh, that's so, that's so cool. Hello, train. But look at that, it made the roundabout for us. Adorable. Brilliant. Every once in a while, the game just hits you with something that's like, oh, that's cool. MJ Haas, vanilla in theory. We have anarchy that makes a lot more stuff like possible. But I would make the argument with the state of the game, there's so much you can do if you are just patient. And then something might, in your mind's eye, take like 3-4 steps. It probably takes like 7 or 8, but if you pack your patience, there's no doubt that you can do a lot of stuff where people are going to be like, hi, what mod is that? And you'll be like, oh, no. No mods here, bro. And they'll be like, no, press X it out. You can be like, bet, check this. And it's like, whoa. That only took 6 hours. And you're like, I know. I feel like it's a Skylines thing. You know, you have like that upside down sticker on your Jeep. It's a Jeep thing. It really is a Skylines thing. Like, wow, all that took you 8 hours. 8 hours. No way. And you have 12 frames right now? Oh, yeah. Like Skylines 1 memes. Yeah, before like the intersection marking tool, all that stuff, when that, you know, when that popped off, that was incredible. Otherwise, you know, you go see someone who's worked their entire day in stream on like one intersection with the intersection marking tool. And you're like, yeah, I got it down to 1,400 instances. And you're like, no way. And do like the click and drag with the move it mod and just kind of show how many pieces it is. And you're like, oh, that's cool. All right, I got to get some more trains going. What? Hmm. 8 out of 8, huh? Yeah. Oh, cool. It wants to snap, obviously, right? But don't let it. Always more trains. Trains are delicious just to look at. They're fun to listen to. I don't think that's where that wants to be, though, eh? Did that delete the whole building or the sub-building, though? I might be stuck with that. Not the end of the world. It's just the power lines are a little bit just in the way here, but let's just gently move those over. We have the means and the technology. Okay. And then I imagine, like, you know, a fake road. Not that we really need a real one, but make it seem like we can drive here, too. It is a sub-building, though, so it technically is, like, connected service-wide to, like, the other side, but that makes me feel like it's more real. Guys, friendly reminder, if you haven't already, hit the like button. It's helpful. It's dorky. YouTube is like changing it, so instead of like hitting the like button, you're like hyping it up or something. You can use your like channel points if you're like a top fan or something. I don't know. YouTube is like dorky ideas, but I just, you know, are always goal, always ongoing. Wow, English is great, isn't it? It is so annoying. Our ongoing goal, forever and always, there you go, it's just to grow the channel. So if you got friends or anyone that you want to recommend the channel to, we're always happy for that. And if you're embarrassed to spend your time here, don't worry. Hide in plain sight. Make a, you know. What I really need is like a guerrilla marketing campaign where you just print a bunch of QR codes, stick them everywhere. Although, are people at the point where they just scan random QR codes, you know? QR codes are such a fascination because they're so inherently simple and amazing and helpful, but just so easy to, like, fudge. And you only need, like, a partial QR. So people who, like, post their, like, you know, flight info and stuff, like, you know, cover half of it, it's like you're still giving away. But then QRs felt like they came and went, and then the pandemic made them, like, really, you know, front row and center again. Remember, like, QRs, all that stuff with, like, you know, the early days of, like, the Bitcoins, you know, the cryptos. People being like, oh, it's not going to catch on. I wonder how, like, that kind of stuff could get fixed, eh? The random holes that we end up with sometimes. Let's try this differently. Much better. Yeah, how do you fix that, eh? That go up, maybe? No, same height. Try lowering that one slightly. Oh, there we go. I still am of the thought that, like, whatever you're doing in Skylines, just 10 extra steps. Otherwise, it's a good time to be a Skylines fan, eh? Like, content's getting good, workshop's getting better. You got options out there, which is cool. Okay, I feel like keeping that line... Let me try this one more time here. It might get busy in kind of like a fun way, but... I'm just going to gently redo how the trains come out of this. Oh my goodness. Also, re-inch one more day. One day at a time. Transport Fever 3. Oh my heaven, dude. I don't want that to pull kind of like the Skylines, where there's like more hype in the upcoming release of the game relative to the release itself. If that makes any sense? Like, I highly doubt they're going to mess it up. It just maybe won't match the hype. Because, you know, Transport Fever 2 had effectively all of the same kind of hype, like, leading into it. And it's not that people weren't, like, hyped or anything post-launch. It just didn't last very long. You know, people kind of have, like, that 2 week, and they're like, all right, what else is on? And then Transport Fever 2, massive sale it just had, so we might need to play that soon, just to kind of see if we can capture a few new players from that franchise. Before the third one comes out, you know what I'm saying? But then when we played Transport Fever 2 last, it just was a bit of a slow burn and kind of like turned into like a little bit of a, you know, a little bit too chill of a feel. Okay, now that one into here, and then Bob's your uncle. And that one, whatever. I don't know why that one decided to be a shorty, but it is kind of like fake dead track anyway, so all good in the hood. There we go. I just need to spawn like 1 or 2 more trains. I realize the back's not connected, but all good. All right, so port traffic, just out of sight, out of mind. We have a train that goes to the downtown now. That's kind of cool. I feel like the train station over here should also talk to the downtown. I may have accidentally put some trees. Wait a minute, where are you? Oh, you have trains. Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. Who are you? Where do you come from? Oh, there is a train line here. Oh, for Pete's sake. Just ignore me, people. Just ignore me. Oh, we already do. Perfect. Yeah, right. If I did like one piece of road here, that could clear the trees. Nope. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Some of the stuff we've done, I might have forgotten. Time just keeps on ticking, right? I'm an old man now. I'm in my 40s, right? I can make up excuses, you know? There you go. And so that does go to the downtown or no? Look at it this way. Oh, it goes to here, then the small town. Right. Well, for the sake of more rail traffic, why don't we have one go from there to the downtown, just for fun? Into the future. The future is ever present. Ah. Cool. Oh, no, you don't. No. Oh, that means there's no way. Damn it. That's like insanely cool train system, and there's not enough like connection points and like switches. You're kidding me, right? Oh my days. Oh, I was singing the song Into the Future. Damn it, I missed the prompt. I didn't know we were doing karaoke today. You're like, hi, please don't. Oh, sorry. Yeah, right.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. Increasing areas of forest are being engulfed by flames. The thick smoke rising from the fire makes the air dangerous to breathe. Citizens are advised to vacate any premises near the fires and remain at a safe distance until emergency services manage to get the fires under control.
It is cool seeing the transit like view of the whole city here. Hipster! What up, dude? It's a common theme. No, this is not Red Dead, eh? Oh, you're kidding me. The central path doesn't connect to the second rail. Oh my gosh, eh? Yeah. That's too funny. No, it does. It does. Why did that work then? Hipster, hello, welcome in. Yeah, waypoint, that's good. Oh, we could have stopped here if we wanted to. Well, no, the other one we couldn't. Well, at least it's Friday. That's true. Damn it. How did that one connect through? I think it bypassed going through here. Oh my gosh, what are you doing? I am making a mess. What are you doing? Okay, so that one does bypass these and this goes straight to downtown. That's cool, and that's fine. And so that can kind of justify like this route needing to stop there then. Hipster, happy Friday. We hope your day's treating you well. Oh, no. Why, though? Why? I don't believe you. Waypoint, good. Waypoint, good. Yeah, it's right through here, but why, though, eh? That confuses me. I'm not sure, like, is this Skylines? Is it the mods? You know what I mean? Like, what's making that be the issue, I wonder? Let me try another connection point between the two tracks. Oh, I've crossed over into a different playlist here. Let me just swap this just in case. That'd be, like, not hilarious, but kind of hilarious if like ended up muting the whole stream. That little jaunt over another list there. Little crowded looking, but let's just see if it works for working sake, you know. Yeah, I'm not gonna ask about that. It's like a what have you all done? Okay. Well, don't ask. Don't say you're not going to ask and then ask, you know? All right, I'm not asking. A little bit of deja vu. Yeah, I think we've, like, clicked this a couple times now, haven't we? Oh, my goodness. You got to stop and smell the flowers sometimes, though, right? Got to laugh about the little things. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, all right, well. Seems to be working now. And I wouldn't say like it's a bad traffic corridor between these like areas here, but this should help with traffic, theoretically. More people in more public transit vehicles, less in the cars. Good old Drogan. All right, good buddy. Fine, I won't ask. I won't ask either. I made the mistake of starting the conversation when I should have just zipped it. Ooh, bougie. The RG Hotel, the Royal Grand Hotel. Let's go. That's cool. Modern. I like that. That's really nice. This is going to be a fun area, I think, right? Like a little bit of nightlife. We got the sports. We got the hotel. I like that. Ooh, an artsy fartsy Starbucks. Ooh, let's go, dude. Has a nice historic old station kind of feel to it as well. Oh, I love that. Bro, get out of here. That's like the nicest Starbucks I've ever seen, eh? I feel like an underground lot right here as well. Can't neglect your parking. No sorry, Bob. Something else wants to be in here, but it's got to be more like nightlife related, I think, right? These feel like they're a little bit more like small town items. Yeah, like we have like a little shopping or something in here, maybe. And then, I don't know, what do you guys think, eh? Airport? How do you mention it so often and then not actually give it a try, right? Yeah. The airport is just, I don't know what the time is going to be for like the time sync on that one, but if we give ourselves maybe like the last half hour and change. And time, I don't know, time just feels like an illusion when you play these kind of games, eh? All right, what is this? Family Dollar. Cute. Oh, Circuit City! Dorky. I love it. Alright, get yourself a little Circuit City outlet store if you want. Maybe that actually fits over here. Dom! What up, dude? Dom, we've had one solid tornado so far, but only one, I think, eh? No, you know what? It's gotta be closer to downtown. Time's an illusion. Free your mind. Yeah, say that to your boss, why don't you? Hi, Mr. Glenn, sir. Yeah, time's an illusion. I'm gonna leave 4 hours early today. Jedi, you're fired. Shoot. Well, at least I have the day off then, right? Do I still get paid for it? A light day. Right. No, I feel like the parking lot doesn't quite work there, eh? It's almost like the parking lot's too big for what I'm trying to actually accomplish. Maybe that can be, like, a bit further out. Just gently further out. My boss would be, like, low-key okay with that. He'd be like, David, let's take the day off together. Just don't tell me. I won't tell on you. Yeah, guys, we're going to be in meetings for the rest of the day. Don't worry about, like, our phones might be off. Oh, okay. It's like one of like 4-panel comics, and the last panel is like you guys in like, you know, go-karts just ripping it up or something. All right, gas station. That makes sense in there too. But yeah, a little bit of like shopping, kind of cutesy outdoor mall feels, I think, right here. I had a boss like that. I feel like it makes for a good work environment, but like your boss is your boss. They can be your friend, but they shouldn't be like your bestie. You know what I mean? It just makes it difficult. There's nothing wrong with your boss being cool, though. But if, like, no one's getting any work done or anything, like, that's not really good for business, right? Yeah, hi, Jerry. Don't we have, like, a, you know, a store to run here? Well, our inventory's starting to go bad. Nah, it's fine, guys. I don't know why this comes in with like a dirty roof. Like, who ordered that, eh? Alright, look at yourself KFC. Everyone's treated like an adult here. If your work is done for the day, you done, good. Go home. I literally, dude, why can't more places be like that? Or, like, you know, respectfully, why can't more places let you, like, work from home at your own pace? Like, pay for the results, don't pay for the process. You get your job done by the end of the month, who cares how you got it done, right? Very firm believer, and just let people self-govern. I am one of those that can't be self-governed, though, so I need institutions and stuff. So there is, like, you know, a pendulum that swings, right? Left to my own devices, I do nothing. I'm aware of this, so I have to kind of, like, set my own self up for, like, you know, I trick myself sometimes, right? Not a lot of space, funny enough. These buildings are like bigger than I thought. They do kind of feel like the right like shape and size though, and you can insert all the jokes you want. I just realized we just put a donut shop next to the police. Well, I mean, well. Hi, the police station's empty. Yeah, you try to cross the street? Oh, okay, yeah, Duncan. Perfect. Oh, what about Krispy Kreme? Oh my god, you're killing me here, but yeah, let's do it. I know there's a Krispy Kreme somewhere. Where are you? It makes sense. It does, doesn't it? Get out of here. Crispy. What is strange? Like crispy with a K. It doesn't really sell me on donuts. Hi, do you want your donuts to be a little bit crispy or like fresh? Probably fresh, please. Okay. All we have left for crispy. Oh, what does that mean? No, I don't like that there. You're cute. Give me to that deep fried crunch. Okay, never mind. I'm back on. Hook me up. I'm back. Is that why? Is that... I love self-operated car washes. I don't know, like, it's 2026. Like, car washes will, like, make your cars hazy and, like, weird and gross and, like, you know, can scrape them up and scratch them and stuff, and yet they're still kind of, like, the rage in air quotes, right? That's cute, though, eh? Red Loon. This is from the workshop. Little express car wash. I thought this was a drive-up bay, but it's not, actually. Huh. Much more of a fan of, like, do-it-yourself car washes versus driving through one that pulls you through. For many reasons, but... Okay, I don't want to get super carried away in our small town. And this is going to create so much traffic with CVS. Hold off on that one, I think. Oh, the Best Buy. That's cute too. Yeah, I quite like that, eh? All right, let me drink some coffee and make my daily proclamation about how wonderful coffee is. And then let's do, I think that like just the public transit and maybe one more block of zoning here, and then let's start thinking about the airport correctly. But you drink coffee, drink some water if you got to. Fantastic. Speaking of deep fried, I do like when like the fair is in town and you just try everything under the sun deep fried. Like I've had deep fried squares of butter, which is kind of like, huh, how is it greasy? But like, you know, not bad, strangely. But also like I don't really know if I want it again, you know what I mean? Okay, let's do ourselves a little bit of zoning. The Netherlands can't overdo it, even though I love it to pieces. Maybe we get one little smidgen. I think we put in some of the urban promenades over here. Those look nice, eh? Another section of that. I basically go to the fair to eat the fried foods. I've had like deep fried cookies, like deep fried Oreos, deep fried Twinkies. Oh my god, deep fried Mars bar. Oh my god. You ever had deep fried cheese curds? I don't know, actually. That sounds really good. I don't think I have, eh? Huh. All right, we want urban promenade. Maybe along that side. And then we don't want to overlook the low rent. That'll run into some issues with homelessness and all that. Everyone deserves a fair shot at living in this city, you know? Even if you can only afford your little small town offering, right? Put some of that in for some mixed. And some cute row houses in here would be nice, just the vanilla ones. Oh, no, hang on. Uniform direction, please. Oh, such a long one, too. That was cool to see. Living in the city on a park bench. Please say it ain't so. You can't sleep on park benches anymore. They have all those, like, anti-homeless things on them. All the studs and nubs and all that, right? Oh, no, you can't enjoy this, guys. Or they're, like, slanted at a weird angle, so you can only sit for, like, a few minutes before you're like, ow. Or the latest craze where it's, like, no longer a bench, but it's, like a lean. You know, the kind of, like, a stand lean. I know you're joking. I know, but still. These are all symptoms of bigger problems, right? Okay, what else is going in here? I don't want to overuse these, but these plazas are just absolutely brilliant. You say this and then... No, I stand by it. There you go. Go live in the ballpark? I would choose. If I'd live at any park, I would live there. You know, hockey arena is too cold and stuff, right? I'm gonna use, I think, some of the UK medium. Just for some building variety in here.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin.
Another storm. Hailstorm.
Crops and property is expected. We urge citizens to stay inside until the storm is passed.
Yeah, you're in for like another like vanilla push for this kind of stuff. The workshop obviously is a fantastic resource when it comes to like trying to find things that are missing from, you know, the vanilla version of the game, but I think we will get more of them too, just because the last pack had some, right? You hang out at the ballpark long enough, they might give you a job. Okay. I like it. I could be the ball boy. Ooh, ball boy, and then you could have like a sidekick that's a dog. Ooh, I'd love that. I do think that's like adorably cute though, when like a ballpark does employ like a dog to be their like, you know, bat boy, ball boy kind of thing. Literally, you're kidding me, bro. Did someone just set up shop right? Oh my god. Yeah, we gotta get some low rent housing. Oh my god. Get out of here. Oh my days. Bro, that's too real. Okay, so like another low rent push right for there then. Since those want to be that size, let's work within what the game has given us. Be mindful of our zoning squares. Okay, this should kind of settle. Might create some traffic and whatnot in the short run, though. But I think if nothing else, let's try to get some buses rolling through here, eh? And so, yeah, downtown train station should have the bus depot, like, right next to it, right? That would make sense to me. And so, I hate to get rid of them because they look so beautiful. But, you know, space is a... oh, actually, you know what? That side. That's kind of ugly-looking buildings. Those are pretty. Oh. Again, this is kind of a weird... Like, the zoning squares... I don't know what you could really do, but I feel like this portion of the game could kind of be, like, done differently. It's a little bit sneaky to have to, like, do this yourself in air quotes, but, like, trying to fill in areas fully to maximize the use of the squares, it just feels like a weird challenge. And I constantly think of games like Manor Lords. It just crushes it when it comes to, like, zoning on these, like, irregular shapes or whatever. And so this becomes bus. We might need to upgrade the road in here. Too big. Okay, well, if that's the case, you know what we could do? Let's unzone this, and we can make our own, using the bus roads. Dom, I don't know, like, how do you do it delicately without saying that you stole it from them, right? But I almost feel like you need, like, an easy and a hard mode for everything in this game. Easy and hard mode for intersections, you know? Like, let me choose the lane. Let me choose the timing of the traffic light. Let me choose X, Y, Z, right? Zoning, same thing. Let me either blanket zone, make it as simple as can be. Otherwise, why not give me 1, 2, 3, 4 points, fill it in. Add the filler. None of this seems like impossible or too challenging really to do, right? It just, at this point, you know, do you start already, like, thinking about Cities 3, though, right? Or are we effectively morphing Skylines, you know, into Skylines 2.5, right? It definitely still feels like Skylines 2 in air quotes, right? But I could make the argument that this is, like, you know, effectively a new game with a new studio. How do you want to do this? I think I want the box like that. May or may not work. Is it Cities 1.5 or 2.5? I mean, it kind of does feel like its own little mini sequel to the game that didn't really work in 2023. But at the core, it's obviously still the same game, right? But it does not need to be anything too crazy, but just like pick up, drop off, buses in, buses out. Wax on, wax off, baby. Now, the thing about Skylines 2 is even though we are saying bus and taxi only, because we don't have another way around, cars will use this. We can keep this for, like, the visual fun of it. You just can't get mad at other drivers who are going to use this, though. Just as like a general FYI to everyone. And in real life too, you can use a bus and taxi lane as a turn lane. You'll have like signage that'll help you like figure that out, but I wish there was like a slightly different way to do this though. But that looks cool. And then from a distance, you're kind of like, I understand what this is trying to be, which is more the goal here. And so a bus that maybe does like a loop of the city would be super handy, and then a bus that maybe cuts through that loop and then has a turnaround, and then like an express that takes you like, you know, through the small town, blah, 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 somewhere else. Obviously faster to get there by rail, more direct, but what if you wanted to stop? What if your buddy Jerry lives over here, right? Pick him up, go to the train station together. That really is the goal of public transit, right? Just give you options so you're not always having to just take a car only. Go figure, right? You stop at like points of interest because like, holy heck, why would you not, right? Exactly. Oh my goodness. I want to stop at the arena, I think, right? Yeah. And then down. Yes. Brilliant. Bloody brilliant, that is, then, bruv. What? Nothing. I do like this Skylines game, though, eh? I just kind of feel like a little bit of that rinse and repeat, you know, after, like, a million hours, but I still have so many, like, wow moments. And then if you're doing stuff that, like, feels repetitive, you're just kind of armed with, like, the ability to, like, you know, do it more efficiently, because you've done it before. There are definitely times, though, where I'll just build something, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, that's cute, it's already happened in today's stream. Like that, you know, the cool one that track did the thing over, you know, like the little pillar in the road. That was cool. Car accidents, not as cool, but you know, that's cool. Not really. Oh, you know what we could do over here too? A little bus depot. Oh, thank you, thank you. All right, cute. And then a bus that like beelines through the city and then kind of like cuts some of the space and distance in between. And then, yeah, why not do some more bus? Yeah. Bus route, bus lane on the main road, just for fun. Why not, right? Just to say that we're kind of using the roads. But just remember that you will see cars, so we're not going to get mad at them.
This is an emergency broadcast to all citizens.
Another storm?
The likelihood of hail is very high. Traffic slowdowns and damage to crops
Yeah, so
and
cute
property
little
are expected.
outside of the city, outskirts of the city station.
Until the situation passes.
Might be a smidgen overkill. And then this way we get a little itty bitty bit of the line sharing happening. And then we beeline for an alternate route, just in case you're like, oh, I don't want to go that way. I want to go this way. This is more efficient for me to go to work and stuff. Yeah, cute. I like it. Beautiful in its simplicity. Very Transport Fever 2-esque as well, by the way. Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah there, bud. The small town has come to life. Look at that, eh? Oh yes. No, we know the accident's causing the problems. Well, just, you know, ignore that, right? And then, yeah, if we wanted to do a, oh, heaven. Everywhere's just traffic, right? I may not have enough of the connecting dots to do an express bus that makes sense to go from, like, there to the small town. I need to sort out some of this traffic, I think. How are we doing for time? We have just enough, I think, that we can, like, start the, airport stuff. All kind of, like, tied together anyway, like traffic and planning and routes and transit and all that, you know? Let's stop the right-hand turn from there. And then you just now bypass the light. So, theoretically, you're going through faster. Not going to block the roundabout. Okay, this might need another swig of coffee, but like, if you were to be an airport, where would you be? I would make the argument that since we haven't really done much in this quadrant yet, and we're looking for something to kind of start filling in that side, an airport could make sense, right? There was also some chit-chat of making an island airport, very like Sharana style, but we'd have to like carve an island out of the mainland, I think. We still don't have the ability to, like, correctly really do our own, like, custom airport. I think there might be some mods that help with that, but... Coffee, tremendous. Yeah, it just kind of feels like it's, I don't know. Airports are kind of, yeah, not quite there yet. Okay, everything should be unlocked. Yes? Yes. Excellent.
This is an emergency broadcast to all citizens.
Hailstorm.
A heavy storm is approaching the city, and the likelihood of hail is very high.
Chirp X Space Center. Cool.
Are expected. Citizens
International
are advised
Airport,
to
and then just my
remain
little
indoors until the
airport.
situation passes.
That's so cool. 2 airports would be cool too, right? Yeah, like a small downtown city center airport. And then having a secondary, like, super-sized, giant airport.
This is an emergency broadcast to all citizens. A heavy storm is approaching the city, and the likelihood of hail is very high.
Ooh, I don't know. Is that? I
Traffic
think that.
slowdowns
Yeah, I
and
don't know,
congestion
but
causes
also I
quickly
think
are
so.
expected. Citizens are advised to remain indoors until
It would
the
look
situation passes.
awesome. Yeah. No. That's it. That's so cool. All right, let's terraform. Let's build out the key wall. Let's make this feel safe. No airplanes are going to sink into the sand, please. Damn, son. Guys, friendly reminder again. Just don't forget to hit the like button. You know, like and subscribe and all that stuff. If you feel like being diehard, you can always go back and do that on some of the other streams and videos as well. Tell your friends. I'm an impatient boy, but I just want to see, like, you know, in a year or two, right? Like, how well do the series do? I have that kind of thought now when it comes to the content. Think longer plans, longer term. So help me grow this forest, you know what I'm saying? All right, so highway nearby, phenomenal. We just need a really simple and quick in and out system here that maybe capitalizes on a one-way loop. Oh, you know what's cool? The, what's that? I'll tell you. The airport has the ability to bring trains in. Right about that, eh? Business lounge? No. Wait a minute. No. No, is that the other airport? It's got to be the other airport. No, it's, I guess I'm just forgetful. It's the cargo element. That's the trains, eh? That's true, David. I don't want people to feel pressure to spend money on YouTube, but if you guys want to, you can get a channel badge. You can help support our stream that way. You can super chat. We are a fan-funded operation at the moment. The dream would be, though, that we're eventually just corporate-funded, and I could use that money to give you guys cool stuff. I just need your help to get me to that point. Just, you know, politely. You work hard for your money. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to take it, but I need it, so it's kind of like awkward. But YouTube helps you plant more like corporate seeds, you know? I will pressure them for you. Perfect. Oh, God. Well, I mean, okay. Just remember that everything is helpful and kindness is free. Let's keep the train, because the idea of, like, bringing trains in is cool, but this would then, like, open up, I think, the gateway to, like, bring a train, because then we can, like, use the track for both, right? Because the track is coming this way. It's not like we wouldn't get here. Then the million-dollar question, though, is it, like, do we come by light rail or do we come by, like, the heavy rail? Or both. Well, I like how there's not, like, one specific answer, you know what I mean? Kind of one of those, like, situational, it just depends. Oh, like the underwear. Uh-huh. Oh, yep. Just like the underwear. God, can you imagine, like, that's our corporate sponsor? I mean, I would take the money, right? But, huh. Are you wearing diapers? That depends. Be like, what? Oh my God. All right, so most airports, it's a loop. You have the ability to kind of loop back around just in case you're like, oh, I didn't see you on my first pass. Then you have your cell phone waiting area, historically. And then you have your long-term and your short-term parking. And then if you're super lucky, you have your plane spot and tower as well for the nerds to come hang out at. I know, because I'm one of them. Like, how you can't call us that? Be like, it takes one to know one, bro. I'm going to buy the tiles here just to kind of make it seem like we're not really cheating in air quotes, even though we kind of are. Cheating's a strong word. We're using the anarchy mod to build outside of the allocated zoning squares at the moment. Sounds so much more polite and professional. Those extra long streams, it depends. Yeah, right, Jesus. Oh my God. I'd like to believe that I'm in a spot where, you know, getting up to go to the restroom, getting the bathroom, not that much of an issue. You know what I mean? You know, there's no, you know, yeah, no worries there. We're okay. Okay, that's actually pretty centered. I'll take it. You know, I feel like instead of that, maybe it's a roundabout right here, eh? Yeah. One supersized roundabout. Whoa, that's kind of cool, actually. Yeah. Lurking in some Minecrafting. Steven, I appreciate the lurk, dude. I also just appreciate you, man. It kind of matches the same energy as, like, the rail coming in. And it's pretty straightforward. Obviously, it's a point and click, right? Silver Wolf, what's up, man? Then I guess, like, the million-dollar question is, do we make a throughput for the highway? So we're not just going, like, on and off from here, but we could have, like, another exit entrance thing here and then make a road out of that and then have, like, some actual city stuff here, too. Huh. Like we're coming full circle. We got a lot of OGs coming to the YouTube streams, eh? Once upon a time, the YouTube streams... Well, one, they weren't YouTube streams. YouTube videos was a way to get people to the Twitch stream. We could hang out that way. Okay. And then, yeah, a people terminus train station. I think I only have the Deutsche Bahn one, but elevated train station. That's a cool one. Actually, if we're elevated, then we can go over top of the infrastructure more easily. Silver Wolf, how we doing? Because, yeah, that comes across, and then I guess, like, goes down with this and then in? Probably. I just like the idea of it staying elevated, just for, like, dorkiness, to make sense of, like, the elevated part of the station, right? Well, let's see if this is even doable. Oh, I oopsies with our trains there, eh? Pardonome. Bridge. There you go. I've been so-so. A few family things sorting through. DM on Discord. Okay, 10-4. Oh, nothing too stressful, dude. Life just has a funny way of going on. With or without you. And sometimes people, you know, you just want to stop and catch your breath, but just ain't in the cards. Yes. I think that's correct. Bring that a little bit further down, just we're closer to the main terminal. Good trial and error so far. I like this. I'm gonna replop this down once we get the road around it, just to see if I can get rid of those icons telling me about the, Oh, we're just slightly off, eh? Guys, what are your thoughts so far on this, eh? And that one, oh, that does look good. It is like 1 pixel. Aw, son of a bee sting, eh? I wonder. Let me bring this out, because that'll be a bit cleaner and straighter. Like the whole operation, it's like 1 pixel over. So if I can move everything at once, that might be the way. Yes, and it didn't destroy the road connection either. Perfect. Oh my heaven, this Skylines game, dude. She's still just hitting so freaking hard. Why are you a little crooked, though? Wait, what's going on here, bud? Oh, nifty. Interesting. And that didn't, no, it didn't work out either, eh? Alright, redraw that. Hopefully no issues with the connection points. But not too hard to fix that if needs be, though, eh? No, not at all, actually. Well, I tell you what, man. I still cannot believe, I've said this earlier, right? Like, I used to like people 6 months now. They just released a little happy 6 months of hanging out with us post. Which is kind of crazy. And there's a lot of people who don't even know that Ice Lake is even taken over. That still happens. People come into the stream. So I think, like, you know, if you haven't played, or you know your friends haven't played in like a minute, you know, they were like Skylines enthusiasts, like, tell them, you know, spread the word. Skylines is back on the menu, eh? Okay, then we beeline this way. Causes so much more commitment to the airport than I thought it was going to be. We'll see how we feel though when we load it up after like a day's break or whatever, you know. Que Pasado. Oh, been wrong the whole time. Okay. Anarchy for the win, and better bulldoze for the clutch. We'll pretend that that's like a safer connection between the two, but I just want to see like function first. She'll be beautiful no matter what, but you know what I mean. And if you guys had like a wish list, like what do you want to see come next with Skylines and with Ice Lake? I personally would not mind if we started moving into some DLCs. If they follow the same business model, did you just read my mind? Dom, literally DLCs, dude. If they follow the same business model that they did for Cities 1, where a DLC, you can buy it if you want, don't have to if you don't want to, but then the game still has like a free update and free content, and then the DLC, like, you know, helps kind of like bridge that. Is that Chris in here? What's up? Welcome in. How's she going? That's not too bad. Kind of boring for that little like zigzag, but what are you gonna really do, right? We just need to get in here. Okay, you should technically be connected with all services or utilities, and then a passenger train that goes to downtown. But yeah, as far as like a first DLC goes, I would absolutely pay good money for like nightlife. Like casinos, neons, spotlights, dance clubs, you know what I mean? Like just something that kind of feels like a reason to kind of like play the game at night more often. They've made the nighttime experience better, brighter, so I could see them like following up on that, you know? And then After Dark was the first one DLC-wise for Cities 1. That could kind of be like a little homage to the origin story. Features should be a free update. DLC should be content focused. That literally is the Paradox model, eh, David? I don't see why they would like not do that again. Like everybody wins. It pays for development of the game. You get a free update, whether you want to buy the DLC or not. Have your own opinion on DLC. Dude, that's so cool. We have a train that goes to the airport. We have an airport now. Like, what in the heck? Since when? Well, I tell you what, since now, of course. Incredible. So I think, yeah, building the highway interchange here and then like a functioning world around the airport with like hotels and stuff would be awesome. Otherwise, I don't know, like a transit DLC? Like more, I don't know, like wouldn't be more transit options per se, unless you did like monorails and trolley buses, but God, I don't know, like steam trains? Like, I don't know, like what do you do, eh? And is like the public opinion, are we ready for paid content for this game? Or is that still kind of like, no, dude. Paid content when the game is still like this? I don't know. Can you add more runways? Give me a freaking airport DLC. I don't know. The airports are kind of boring. No, I can't, eh? I can add a lounge upgrade. And restaurants. And then we added the cargo train coming in, which is kind of like, okay. Then we have to like manually separate ourselves to get a people station, which is like, okay. Toes, what's going on? Welcome in. Hello, hello. Yeah, I want the ability to like draw my own crisscross applesauce runway, taxiways, have all of it talk to each other. That'd be kind of cool. I will take this though. And then I wonder if like cargo planes are going to help with our trains or not. In regards to you know, traffic. El traffic. This is so out of nowhere, but you know what I really want to play a few streams of, which would be kind of fun, I think, in Dorky? Tropico. Tropico 5 or Tropico 6, though, I wonder. Yeah, if you zoned an area for airport and it changed configuration like manual, or zoning an area and then letting the game kind of RNG based on size, that would be a very interesting take. I'm not sure what kind of like AI model you would need for that one to function, but that would be really cool. And that could be like stretched to different things, right? That might take some of the fun out of it though. Where, you know, you just zone 17 different regions in your city and then the whole city just builds in 5 minutes and you're like, got it. It's funny, like cargo, it's such a thing at airports, but I don't know if I see like cargo trains really go in and out. It's more just like trucks that'll bring you to like a nearby train station or cargo station, it feels like. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's coming. You know, I kind of like that they aren't really like making a proper roadmap because they can't really like, you know, get that wrong in air quotes. And I don't know if there's like a section where it's like, you know, the... what do you guys want to see? And then we'll build it based off that kind of thing. Oh, the train. Cool. I love Tropico. I think Tropico is such a fun game. Now, are they making another Tropico soon? Tropico, it just, like, for me, it's a little bit out in left field with some of the memes. You know, like stealing all the world monuments and stuff. That's kind of like, okay. But treating it like a, you know, a Caribbean tropical city builder, I love it. And I'm not, like, too mean of a dictator. I give people the illusion of, like, freedom, right? They vote for stuff that I fundamentally want. I make it seem like they're the ones that want that. So it's kind of like, you know, yeah, right. I try to be a nice guy. I try to, like, you know, incorporate some Canadianism, you know? And you're like, uh-huh, sure. Oh, yeah, there you go. Okay, just effectively, like, dead track. I don't know if this is, like, sexy enough, though, really. I'm not sure what else we need to do to make this, like, in air quotes, like, you know, sexier. Does it need to be sexy? I just find this to be, like, pretty generic so far. If I had any criticism, it'd be like, oh, your rail coming in looks kind of like, meh. I don't know how else we would do it, though. Like, another bridge? I don't think so, right? Or we, like, rotate and, like... Oh, maybe! Maybe! That's interesting, actually. Keep the trains a little bit more separated for longer. Interesting. You just saw a trailer for Tropico 7. You're kidding me. Dom, you and I are connected at the hip today, dude. You're kidding me, right? You're literally... The internet is so scripted today. When that stuff happens, man, you can't help but think like Truman Show, you know what I mean? Although I think I need better writers for my TV show right now. Too much drama, man, you know? Okay, so that's a wider curve, which makes me happier. I think that already looks a little bit nicer. And then, like, what's the point of all this rail stuff if you don't, like, overdo it? You know what I mean? What's the point of engineering if you don't over-engineer the engineering? You know what I'm saying? Like a cargo train that, like, runs along the water's edge now? Like, heck yeah, dude. Well, tell me more about this Tropico 7 that you speak of, eh? Oh, guys, just in case you're curious, I have added some more, like, big core mods here. Nice one is the network multi-tool, network tools. It still needs a bit more work to it, but this is what we were effectively using in the old days to make, like, loops and, like, highways and stuff. And the simple fun thing to do is you can remove nodes, which is nice. I just, like, I can't stop once I start. The workshop is tremendous. I always advocate for, like, a funner, better vanilla experience before the workshop gets, like, crazy. But yeah, here we are, though. And then I sometimes run into that problem where it's like, I will forget what is vanilla and what is workshop content. But as always, if you're, like, looking for things, I'm so happy to try to track them down. Just, you know, drop me a comment. I'll do my best. Especially for people, like, watching this after the fact, you know? Like, I'm always open for suggestions, and it depends on how far into the series we are. We can always, like, you know, circle back. If you're on, like, episode 4, I'm on episode 20 some odd, I can still read your comment, implement it, you know what I mean? And all of this just arms us with knowledge for the next series. I think we'll just continue to roll with Skylines content, because it's a very fun game, and it's, like, what our ecosystem is based off of, but we do want variety and adjacent, I think, to the YouTube channel. And then if the ball continues to roll and we can just start picking up momentum, we start doing new channels. And my analogy would be like, pretend I'm an auto mechanic, right? And you're subscribed for auto mechanic stuff. If I suddenly start making like cooking, you know, cleaning, kitchen tips, you'd be like, huh. Not that you maybe not, you know, you may not necessarily not want that, but it's not what you originally signed up for, if that makes sense too. So that's kind of my thought with the alternate content. So how do you gently do that while still trying to, like, keep an audience happy, right? But I think, like, Skylines primarily, and then, yeah, we'll just kind of see what we can get for alternate content. And then we're going to start streaming on Kick, which is a crazy thought, and we'll keep the streams going here. So just more variety. So hopefully you guys can find us, you know? Find something that works with you as well. I like that a lot more. And I think it's kind of nifty, too. And then just a little bit of inspiration, maybe, right? Doesn't feel as, like, busy here. I like that. And then more room for, like, the long cargo trains to kind of queue. All right, well, if the stars align and somehow Tropico 7 is, like, coming out, maybe wait for that then, eh? It's too funny. Okay, so in real life, you're going to want a lot of room behind the runway for what I believe are obvious reasons. But if not, just, you know, for the jet wash. Uh-oh. I've broken my bulldoze. And wait a minute. Wait a minute. There it is. As far as the mods go, like that little bit right there, that's kind of like a hiccup from like the mods not chit-chatting correctly together. And then another hiccup that I notice that happens is I'll be on like this, and I don't have all the controls. See how down here I'm not getting everything? And then suddenly it's like, oh, there they are. You know what I mean? That I don't understand either, but as far as like the game is like, oh, point out some bad stuff there, Mr. Streamer Jedi, sir. You know, like that's, you know, that's all I got. Vincent, what up, man? Vince, buongiorno, welcome in. How's she going? Dang, that is cool, dude. All right, let's connect that back part up, and then we'll figure out how we want to have the next highway connection. It's just like parking, more rhyme and reason, like a hotel district, rental car, dorky. We could do a car dealership too, actually, eh? Okay, so this is cargo rail. Or sorry, cargo air. And then where do you want to go to? What side of the map is fun? There's an air corridor. Perfect. And then what is our flight path for this? It can't look silly. Do you know what I mean? No, 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 no. It's got to be... That's not the one, dude. Oh, is that the only way? No, thank goodness. Okay. Thank goodness. I'm just really worried that the... See how, like, the arrows are really, like... I'm worried the plane might actually land here and just suddenly beeline. How do I fix that, though? You know what I mean? Oh, my days. Does not instill me with confidence, does it? Nope. Well, I guess we'll just put it down and see if it's borked or not, eh? All right. And then maybe the passenger just to like the other side, just to kind of get more air traffic. And then yeah, like a proper transit hub. And so why don't we put that in just to get a piece down now. We have 61 million credits. I'm so pleasantly surprised at how well our budget's doing right now. Yeah, one of these. Good. Holiday Inn Express. Where is it? Where is it? You know, I might not know much, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. Oh, really? Remember that whole commercial? Holiday Inn. Hotel, motel. Holiday Inn. Yeah, dude. That's so cool. And then a cargo train route. So that our cargo... Oh, is this an airplane coming? Hello? Oh! Ooh, let's go, let's go, let's go. Are you leaving? Okay, let's see how scary looking this is. I like the show The Pretender. What meme? Hello? Oh, that's cool. Look at that. That is so cool. Hello, airplane. Hello, hello. And touchdown. Gotta change the colors, though. Okay, it's clean. It, like... Yes, dude. It's not looking like Jankistan through here. I love it. And then is it a clean takeoff on our little Bombardier? Was this like a DC-9 or something? I don't even know here, actually. Guys, any last minute thoughts or questions? It's somehow at the end of the episode. Time flies. We built a lot, but also really didn't do much, but just chit chat today, which was kind of fun. All right, so just don't like immediately. Oh, I love it. All right, perfect. It's clean. Somebody would ask the main character, Jared, "Are you a doctor?" And he goes, "I am today." Oh, no, 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 realism. Well, do a barrel roll. Oh, for Pete's sake. Huh. Oh, we might need to come back and redo that route, but, you know. He's getting somewhere. Let's go from downtown Cargo. Or, no, Cargo Interchange. Yeah, Cargo Interchange and back. Otherwise, I think that's it for today. As much as I just want to keep going, which is a great feeling. Time and time again. That's what I'm saying. If you haven't played this game in a minute, you know, one, make sure you've got a lot of free time on your hands. Can't talk about how addicted it is and be like, well, you know, gotta go pick up the kids. It's a fun game, though. Ice Lake has been crushing it. The workshop, crushing it. The vibes, crushing it. The community, absolutely crushing it. And seeing so many, like, OGs and, like, familiar faces and new faces, that's also cool. A lot of people are like, I just heard about this game. Heard it had a bit of a weird launch. How is it now? And I'm like, am I getting trolled? Is this real? Guys, job well done. I'm really proud of this city. It's really fun to look at. It just keeps me forever wanting more. The desire to, like, chit-chat about it, to work on it, to look at it, to experience it, to build it. You know, one day, somehow in VR, you know, live, smell, and touch it, right? It's a living, breathing city. And it's just, you know, it's made possible because of you beautiful folks. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. We're getting emotional. We have to do traffic. This has been broke. You notice this? No one ever came to clear this wreck, eh? This has been here the whole time, dude. You want to delete? I don't even want to delete it. I don't even know what to do. The entirety of today's episode, that's been there. Well, that's going to be a problem for tomorrow. And tomorrow is a fictional place that you put all of your chores that never seems to come. All right, well, that's it. To prove that we're not addicted and we can quit anytime we want. Watch this. We'll see you guys again, eh?